Hey everybody, so welcome to virtual learning day 5024. Just kidding, I'm over this. Is anybody else over this? Yes, yes, okay. See how I did that? I pretended you were there because that's what's happening. I'm losing my shit, I'm losing my mind. Anyway, oh, I'm supposed to be able to, I don't know, somehow I learned that I can turn on subtitles, but I don't remember how to do it. Sorry, I don't mean to just now do all this great stuff. Anyway, I definitely know that I can do it, but so whatever. Okay, so at this point, you guys should have finished Rowlandson's narrative. Okay, Rowlandson. I know that we all had a great time with her, but we're also equally thankful that it's done. So, what have we learned? Did we learn anything? Captivity narratives can be fairly boring and they can be fairly dry, especially when they were written in 1656 or 1756. I can't even remember now the year because that's how over it I am. With that being said, now that Rowlandson has been ransomed to her husband, okay, I'm just going to grab a quick copy because I don't actually have it on me from that person. Okay, sorry. So the 19th and 20th removes are fairly long. And that's because the 20th remove, she kind of adds some things in there. You know, she lists them. She says, but before I go any further, I would take leave to mention a few remarkable passages of Providence. Now, those are actually pretty important because she is now reflecting on the entire captivity instead of just giving us the play-by-play for every remove. So the 19th remove, you know, she's upset because they're traveling and they're over it. They come to a swamp. There were some squaws and she, you know, just, you know, like random things happen. However, the biggest thing that happens between these removes now, and it was with the past few, I think it started probably in the 16th or 17th remove, she starts crying in front of them. And this is a big deal because she mentions that she will not cry in front of them because she does not want to show weakness. My husband is texting me from downstairs. This is the world we live in. Yes. Okay, so anyway, she mentions crap, I lost my spot. Oh, okay. So Tom and Peter. We meet Tom and Peter, I believe, in the 17th or 18th remove. Might have been the 18th. Nope, it was here in the 19th. Okay, so we meet Tom and Peter, and they're Christian Indians, which means that they were Indians that converted to Christianity, which is great because now she feels that she has somebody she can really speak to and relate to. Okay, she constantly is asking, you know, like, what's going to happen to me? And she asks how much, or she is asked rather, how much will your husband pay for you? And she says, well, at least 20 pounds. If she goes too high, they're going to say, yes, screw this. If she goes too low, they're also going to say, yes, screw this. But they also have a few things that they want to get along with those 20 pounds. Tobacco, I just lost it. I know that it's tobacco, but now I suddenly don't remember. It was all gone. I would give him some. I know it's there, but she wanted tobacco, corn, 20 pounds, and I believe that was about it. Give him some, knock in his brains. Shocking. So I'm looking again, refamiliarizing myself. I know I'm a horrible person for this, but that's okay. They also talk about the attack on Sudbury and how the Indians lost, or I'm sorry, the Indians won and the Englishmen lost. This is because of a few things. The Englishmen don't have many people now, but the Indians have now kind of banded together. So different tribes, different villages have come together as one giant whole. Also, they don't really have strategy so much as the English do. The Englishmen, along with, you know, any branch of the military, have a strategy, like we're going to attack from this side, we're going to do this, this is how we're going to come at them, whereas the Indians are like charge and kill, done. So I think that that works in their favor occasionally, that they don't have a plan of attack. It's just, you know, like Iron Man says in Avengers, I have a plan, attack. Sorry, we've watched that at least 5 times already today. I'm done with the Avengers. Okay, so then the 20th remove, she is then brought to Boston or Lancaster to be ransomed back to her husband. Okay, and she gets to go back to her husband, and then the two of them have to travel up and down to get their daughter and their son. Their son is elsewhere. Their daughter, actually, Mary, not Sarah. Sarah's the one that died when she was on like day 9 of the captivity. Mary is kind of left behind with another Indian. They lost their way, so they were free by default. They found their way to an English town, and they were just like, can you help me find my parents? So that's how she gets back. The son, Joseph, is ransomed back as well. Let's see. I know it says it, but I have to remember how much he was ransomed for. These are important things for your quiz. Okay. Anyway, your quiz, again, you're going to be sent a link. Actually, you know what? I'm going to email the link and I'm going to post it on Blackboard. You will click the link. You will then complete it. And then when it's done, I will get an email that you've completed the quiz, and I will get your grade, and your grade will be posted. So that's that. One of the things that she mentions towards the end, so in those few things that she wants to make mention of at the end of the 20th remove, is how food that she did not think she could stomach, so bear, horse, deer, pig, things that were not normal eating to her, you know. So if you think about it, in her English village, or English settlement rather, they have ingredients to be able to make bread because they grow crops. So they can make bread to go with their meals. However, the Indians and Native Americans do not have that luxury because they have to keep moving. Plus it's winter. So remember, she was taken in February. She's released, I believe, in May, is about 3 months later. So 11 weeks, 5 days is how long her captivity is. Keep that in mind as well. Let's see. So she does talk about how she thought that she would not be able to eat this, but then when she found herself so hungry, she was finally able to stomach this savage food. And she refers to God again, that he is allowing her to find this food as savory, and somewhat delicious. You know, she starts to say that it was sweet to her taste. She's not really meaning that it's something she wants every day, but because she is so hungry, it's good. To write it, the slowness, I'm just looking again some more after Medfield. This never would have happened had the Englishmen not been away. And, you know, the Indians find out that her husband is of high standing in the community. Joseph, her husband, is a priest, a Puritan priest. So he has you know, they assume that because of that standing that he has money. But while Mary is being, you know, brought up and down throughout Massachusetts, her husband is actually trying to gather funds. It's like he started a GoFundMe, except that he has to go door to door and say, help fund me, to get my wife back. So he does not actually have the money nor the supplies to be able to rescue Mary on his own. He has to go to other people. And this is something they have to do also when they rescue their son, Joseph, not when they rescue their daughter, Mary, because she just kind of finds her way home. But she says, the chief and common and most food was ground nuts. They also ate these things. So she does marvel at the fact that the Indians used the resources that they were given, and that God helps them as well, not just people that pray to God, but God helps all people. It's not, you know, he doesn't discriminate, that despite the fact that the Indians are doing, you know, bad things and evil by capturing and killing, that he still lends that helping hand. And she's kind of shocked at this because she thought that you have to be devout, you have to be devoted to him for him to help you. But she also then sees this as a punishment, that she was captured as a form of punishment for something that she did for leaving the Church of England, for leaving England to come over and start something new. This is what she thinks is her punishment. And turning around was at the highest, English at the lowest. So she does have a few things that she says, and she does finally mention how sad she was when her daughter died, her daughter Sarah. And this is a big deal because throughout the narrative, she's very monotone with emotion. She doesn't have much emotion. She's very like, yeah, so my daughter died in my arms. We buried her. It was cool. They told me that my son was killed and eaten. Cool. They killed Jocelyn, the pregnant lady. Cool. But at the end, she does finally give us that emotion that we're kind of like, what's wrong with this girl? So it's nice to see that she was actually human. She was sad. She did mourn, but because of the conditions she was in, she had to almost delay her grief, because if she let that happen, then she might have actually killed herself, but she doesn't, because we all know that that's a sin in the Bible. We can't do that. It's a sin against God to kill yourself. You're going to be stuck in purgatory and in limbo. So I think there's French closer. They have to, oh God, I can't think of the word. They have to almost like rent a place to stay and lodge with other families, because since everything was burnt down from their home, they have nowhere to go. They have no money. They have nothing. So in order for them to recoup funds to build a new home, they have to stay with their friends for the time being. I think, sorry, I'm just getting comfortable because, you know, like, why the hell not? Let's see, what else? Oh my God. My son has in his bedroom, I'm across the hall from his bedroom, and now my husband's calling me. Hold on. Hello? What's up? Yeah, what's up? Okay, I'll be down. I'm almost done. Bye. Anyway, he has Spider-Man playing in his room, and whenever it's done and like the video for the title page shows up, it's very loud. It's like we're in a fucking movie theater. Anyway, that has nothing to do with class. So your essay on Rowlandson is due on Monday, the 23rd. That's this upcoming Monday by midnight through Blackboard. If you can't figure out how to work Blackboard yet, this is probably a good time to start getting acquainted. It's going to become your best friend. I'm also enrolled in an online Blackboard course for Rowan to learn how to teach on Blackboard. Isn't that weird and ironic? A little bit. Anyway, let's see. What else do I have you guys doing? Oh, let's talk about your essay. Okay, so let's share this real fast. Here we go. Okay, so right now, your short essay is due on Monday. Okay, 3 to 5 pages. Works cited does not count. Your paper has to be size 12 font, Times New Roman, double spaced, 1-inch margins, MLA format. Okay, let's also then go down here. So some possible topics. How does faith help Rowlandson? Okay, does it help her or does it hinder her? So hinder, does it give her a problem? Does she rely too heavily on it? What, Bubs? He's knocking on the door. Does she rely too heavily on God to help her through this? Because it doesn't seem like she's relying much on herself or her own instincts or intuitions. She's strictly saying, God will handle this, you know, Jesus take the wheel kind of idea. So does that full-hearted or wholehearted faith in God help her truly, or does it pose a problem because she refuses then to rely on herself? What changes does she go through? Does she go through any changes? Is she a flat kind of character, whereas a round character makes an evolution and kind of comes full circle and evolves, where a flat character does not do that? Does she evolve? Does her reliance on her faith cause her to be this flat character? And then last possible topic, why do the natives keep her alive? We know from her writing that they keep her alive because of the ransom money. They need that money. But is there something else that keeps them from killing her? What's the purpose? Is she alive so that, you know, they have somebody tell their side of the story of what was going on? Or what happens? What? Christian, what? Okay, I know. I'll be down in a minute, buddy. Okay, so those are some possible topics. You might come up with some on your own. I don't know. Those are just ideas for topics to get you started. Okay, so if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask about the essay, about the quiz, about anything. Email, text. I gave you guys my alternate phone number, I think. I put that in there. I gave you an alternate email address, my cell phone number. I'm also going to be sending out an email that has updated syllabus dates for you guys. Look for that probably later this week. And then I will also post it under the announcements on Blackboard. What else? Sorry, I'm just, there's so much that I have to do now that I'm just, I think that's it. I graded your thesis statements. They, please be sure to check them. I did comment on them. It's in like the comment section or whatever for when you go into submit. It should be right there if you just open it. I will figure out how to do that, I promise. Other than that, make sure that you check your emails / Blackboard for the link for the quiz. It will be up. Okay, so just make sure you do that. Other than that, I think that's all I have. Check your emails, check everything constantly. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Friday are the open office hours from 11:30 to 12:30, at which case I will post a link for you to join if you feel like having a discussion in person while being socially distant at the same time. So you can log on then. I'll be here if you feel like logging in and saying hi, that's cool. If not, that's cool. If you need a one-on-one where nobody else can hop in, please let me know and we will set something up. All right, so I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye, guys.